Discipline is a superpower that can transform every area of life, from health and relationships to career and personal growth. It is not just about forcing yourself to wake up early or stick to a workout plan. Discipline is a mindset, a way of approaching life that prioritizes long-term gains over short-term satisfaction. The people who master discipline are often the ones who achieve extraordinary results because they understand that consistency compounds over time. Success is rarely about luck or genius. It is about showing up day after day, even when motivation is low or circumstances are unfavorable. At its core, discipline is about control over yourself. It is where you decide what matters most and then align your actions to match those priorities. Imagine a sculptor chiseling a block of marble. Every small, deliberate strike shapes the final masterpiece. Similarly, disciplined actions, even when small, accumulate into significant results. One of the most powerful aspects of discipline is that it creates freedom. This may sound counterintuitive because discipline is often associated with restrictions, but freedom comes from having the ability to control impulses instead of being controlled by them. The person who masters discipline can choose where to invest time, energy, and focus, rather than reacting to every distraction that comes their way. Many people confuse motivation with discipline, but they are very different. Motivation is fleeting. It depends on mood, circumstances, and external factors. Discipline, however, is a reliable engine that keeps moving even when motivation is absent. It is waking up to exercise, even when tired, completing work projects, even when distracted, and following through on commitments, even when no one is watching. Developing discipline means creating systems and habits that do not rely solely on feelings. It is where small routines, repeated consistently, build resilience and a sense of achievement that compounds over time. To master discipline, one must first understand their personal triggers for procrastination and distraction. It is essential to identify what makes the mind wander or avoid difficult tasks. Often, avoidance stems from fear of failure, fear of discomfort, or fear of judgment. Recognizing these fears is the first step in overcoming them, because you can then design strategies to counteract them. Breaking large tasks into smaller, manageable steps is an effective method. The human brain resists overwhelming challenges, but incremental progress feels achievable and reinforces self-confidence. Every small victory reinforces the belief that you are capable, and that belief fuels further disciplined action. One of the most effective tools to strengthen discipline is creating a structured environment. The spaces you inhabit can either support your goals or hinder them. For example, a cluttered workspace can drain focus and invite distractions, while a clean, organized area can promote clarity and productivity. Similarly, the people you surround yourself with influence your behavior. Discipline is reinforced when you engage with individuals who value responsibility, persistence, and growth, and it is challenged when you spend time with those who normalize procrastination or excuses. The environment acts as a silent partner in your pursuit of mastery, so designing it intentionally is crucial. Self-awareness is another cornerstone of discipline. It is easy to create rules and routines, but without understanding your personal rhythms, energy levels, and weaknesses, even the best plans may fail. Tracking habits, noting peak productivity times, and reflecting on successes and setbacks allows for smarter planning. Discipline is not about punishing yourself for mistakes. It is about adjusting strategies to ensure continued progress. The journey is iterative. Failures are not proof of incapability, but data points to improve future performance. A lesser-known aspect of discipline is the role of delayed gratification, the ability to resist immediate pleasure in favor of long-term rewards is where many people falter. Social media scrolling, junk food, or impulsive spending provide instant satisfaction, but undermine long-term goals. Discipline is about training the mind to tolerate discomfort, postpone indulgence, and focus on meaningful outcomes. Over time, this practice rewires the brain, making it easier to make choices that align with your highest priorities. It is where self-control becomes almost automatic, reducing the constant mental battle that plagues undisciplined individuals. Another critical strategy is accountability. Discipline strengthens when commitments are made public or shared with someone else. Telling a friend, colleague, or mentor about your goals creates an external pressure that motivates consistency. Even more effective is creating structured accountability systems, such as weekly check-ins or progress tracking. When the stakes are higher than internal motivation alone, discipline becomes more resilient. Accountability is where intentions transform into real action, bridging the gap between knowing what to do and actually doing it. Visualization is also a powerful technique to reinforce discipline. Imagining the long-term benefits of consistent effort creates emotional motivation to endure short-term challenges. For example, visualizing improved health from regular exercise or financial security from disciplined saving helps maintain focus when temptation arises. This mental rehearsal primes the brain for success and strengthens commitment to daily habits. When combined with journaling or goal tracking, visualization creates a comprehensive system that supports persistent effort. Discipline is not about rigidity or being unkind to yourself. It is about mastering balance. Life is unpredictable and circumstances change, so flexibility is essential. The disciplined person adapts strategies when necessary, but never abandons the principle of consistent effort. Missing a workout or failing to meet a deadline does not mean failure. It is an opportunity to learn, adjust, and continue with renewed focus. Self-compassion is crucial because harsh self-criticism often undermines motivation and leads to burnout. Discipline is sustainable when it incorporates patience, understanding, and realistic expectations. One of the most overlooked aspects of discipline is its psychological benefits. It strengthens willpower, reduces stress, and enhances confidence. When you consistently follow through on commitments, you build trust in yourself, which translates to every area of life. Self-trust is a hidden superpower that allows you to take risks, pursue ambitious goals, and handle setbacks with resilience. Discipline becomes a feedback loop where effort produces results, results build confidence, and confidence reinforces further disciplined action. Over time, this cycle creates a life of control, purpose, and accomplishment. Nutrition, exercise, and sleep are also domains where discipline has profound effects. Eating a balanced diet, engaging in regular physical activity, and maintaining consistent sleep schedules are not just health recommendations. They are manifestations of self-discipline. Every choice to nourish the body, move it, or rest it properly is a reinforcement of the habit of control. Neglecting these areas often leads to fatigue, poor focus, and emotional instability, making discipline harder to maintain in other parts of life. Treating the body with respect through disciplined routines amplifies mental clarity, energy, and productivity. Technology can be both a distraction and a tool for discipline. Modern apps and devices provide countless temptations, from endless scrolling to instant gratification, yet they also offer ways to track habits, schedule tasks, and reinforce goals. Using technology intentionally, such as setting reminders, blocking distractions, and monitoring progress, transforms it from an enemy into an ally. Discipline is where conscious choices replace reactive behaviors, and technology becomes a scaffold supporting your efforts, rather than undermining them. Mental resilience is deeply connected to discipline. Setbacks and failures. The disciplined person does not crumble in the face of adversity, but responds with measured, persistent effort. Challenges are reframed as opportunities to grow and test resolve. Every obstacle overcome reinforces belief in personal capability, creating a virtuous cycle of discipline and resilience. Mental toughness is cultivated over time, and the repeated practice of disciplined choices in small matters equips you to handle larger challenges with confidence. One fascinating aspect of discipline is how it influences identity. When you act consistently in alignment with your values and goals, you begin to see yourself differently. Discipline is where behavior shapes identity, and identity reinforces behavior. Calling yourself a disciplined person is not a boast. It is a recognition of the repeated choices that define who you are. This identity-based approach is more powerful than relying solely on motivation, because your sense of self becomes intertwined with the actions needed for success. Acting according to this identity becomes almost effortless. The next time you feel the urge to procrastinate, indulge in instant pleasure, or skip a challenging task, remember that every small decision either strengthens or weakens this superpower. Discipline is the muscle that grows stronger the more it is used. Start small, be consistent, and watch as your life transforms in ways you never imagined. It is where ordinary people achieve extraordinary results, not because they are more talented or luckier, but because they mastered the simple, often overlooked art of showing up. The journey of discipline is continuous, yet every step forward adds to a life of control, growth, and meaningful accomplishment. Embrace it, nurture it, and see how it becomes the defining force in your personal and professional success.